I apologize about the lighting. It's a super cloudy day, so it keeps coming in and out. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be a get to know me style video. If you're not really interested in my personal life, this might not be the one for you. I have a lot of people DM me on Instagram asking me various questions, and I realized I've never really done one of these styles of videos before. I started this channel when Brogan was 4 months old, so quite a lot of things have changed since then, and I've just never really introduced myself to you guys fully, so I'm going to do that today. I ran a poll on my aesthetic nurse Instagram where I talked about what questions would you want to know about me, and we are going to answer those today. If you don't follow me on my aesthetic nurse Instagram page, I will link it in the description below. It's kind of new. I don't have a ton of posts on there yet. That's going to be where I post all my before and afters for work. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, feel free to follow me on there. We are just going to rapid fire start answering these questions. First question was about how tall I am. I am 5'10". I kind of talked about that a bit in my Figs try-on videos because their joggers in the tall length are too long on me, but I have a 34-inch inseam, so I really don't know who those are made for. Probably girls that are above 6 foot. Next question is, where am I from? I was born in Munster, Indiana. I spent the first 6 years of my life living in Lansing, Illinois, and then I moved to Lowell, Indiana. I went to high school there and then moved to Indianapolis, Indiana for college, where I went to IUPUI School of Nursing. I feel comfortable sharing all that now because I no longer live there. I used to be a little bit more private about that because I didn't want someone showing up at my college. We no longer live in Indiana. We moved to California December 1st of 2021. What is my zodiac sign? So I am a Libra. My birthday is October 15th. Fun fact, me and my dad are born on the same day, and I was born, I believe 10 minutes after he was technically. Like, I think he was born at 7:48 a.m. and I was born at 7:58, but it might be 7:38 and 7:48. I don't know. But yes, we were born on the same day, 10 minutes apart from each other exactly, which is pretty cool. What are my hobbies? I really enjoy being active and trying to work out, which is a little hard with having a 2-year-old, but I like working out. I like editing videos and filming videos. I love working on my Instagram. I find it to be almost like an art project of different things and how everything's gonna fit together. I enjoy learning a lot, which is why I enjoy this whole aesthetic nurse process, because I'm learning so many new things. I enjoy going to the beach. Now that we live here, I like being warm, kind of like a lizard, like to sun myself on a rock. How would you define success? That's a really good question. I feel like success is when you are comfortable and you are satisfied with where you are at in life. I would not consider myself successful yet because I have not achieved what I want to achieve. I'm not at a point where I am really comfortable with my income. I want to be at a point where I am like, yes, I could stay doing this for a while and be really happy. Right now, I feel the urge to like grind still and like get ahead in life, so I don't feel like I'm quite successful yet. That's kind of a hard question because successful is very different for everybody. It's very personal. In terms of my own success, I would say I'm not there yet. What is my love language? I am an acts of service girl. I definitely feel loved when things are taken off my to-do list because I have this never-ending, really long to-do list in my head of things around the house and things in general that need to be done. If I came home and all the dishes were done, that just makes me feel so loved because that's one less thing I have to keep in my mind and keep worrying about. That is something that I feel like is hard because it's almost like you're making your partner do things for you to prove your love. So I struggle with that one a little bit. I definitely don't push it. I feel really, really loved and cared for when I don't have to do things because I'm so busy all the time. What motivates me? Definitely comparison, and that's probably not the answer that a lot of people would admit to or say, but I am very motivated by seeing other people succeed. That makes me really happy for them and it lights a fire for me, and I think, you know, if they can do it, why can't I? So people like Joanna the nurse, who actually doesn't live that far from me, I've recently learned she works in Newport, which is super cool. She has like built this legacy for herself and she is like this famous aesthetic nurse now doing what I dream to be doing someday, and seeing her succeed and her talk about her path to success has me so motivated. I love going on TikTok and looking at like aesthetic nurses who are really popular or just people who are really successful in their career and listening to them speak because it makes me feel like that could be me someday. I don't think success or motivation are linear. I think discipline is what's most important and remembering why you're doing it. And for me, that's so I can spend more time with my son and I can have financial freedom to be able to do whatever I want with him. If I want to take him to Disneyland, if I want to take him up to Big Bear to go hiking, I want to be able to do that. And to do that, you need income. So I want to do something that provides for for my family, and that really motivates me. What makes me angry? I would say that it's pretty hard to make me angry. I don't know if Micah would agree with me. It's a little bit different when it's your partner. I feel like I get angry when I have to defend myself, when I don't feel like it's justified, or when I feel wronged, like I'm being taken advantage of, or something I don't want to say isn't fair, but if I feel like I'm putting in a lot of effort for something that's going to benefit multiple people and someone else isn't putting in as much effort, that's hard. I wouldn't say in everything. Like in school, I never felt that way because people have their own struggles in life and you never know what someone is going through privately. Makes me angry. Yeah, I really feel like just the defending myself thing. Like if I'm sure of something, or I feel like something is very obvious and that I have done things correctly, and then I have someone making me like defend myself over and over again, I get really defensive about that. Or like insinuating that I've done something wrong. I feel like I'm really big on trust and respect for people. I wouldn't insinuate they've done something wrong. Does that make sense? What kind of music do I like? I grew up listening to country music pretty much exclusively. I love acoustic covers of popular songs, or just hearing covers of popular songs, because I don't usually like popular songs that are like on the Pop 100 list because they just get really overplayed and they get kind of stuck in your head. But when someone does a cover of it and they kind of do their take on it in their own unique voice, I really enjoy that because it kind of rebirths the song in this like new way that makes it much more tolerable. It's like you're hearing a song for the first time, but you know all the words, which is my absolute favorite thing. Do I have any siblings? Yes, I have an older sister who is 7 years older than I am, and a younger brother who's 2 years younger than I am. They both live back in Indiana. How would I describe my fashion sense? Definitely athleisure. I love wearing just workout attire all the time. I feel like I also really like wide leg jeans a lot with like crop tops. Since having my son, my body's just way different than it used to be. My skin is incredibly damaged from that. So now I opt for more like oversized shirts and like fitted pants. Bike shorts or leggings with an oversized sweater. That's usually like my go-to. I kind of love the, that girl style that's in right now, like the slicked back buns, the gold hoop earrings, the Lululemon like fanny pack thing that goes across the chest. I'm definitely butchering what that's called. And like the all black and the neutrals, that is my jam. Like I really, really enjoy that a lot. What is my greatest achievement? Probably graduating nursing school with honors. I am not a great student. I definitely like to just have fun and hang out. Nursing school is very aggressive and very like pay your dues, and I didn't love that. I struggled a lot with that, and just a lot of deadlines and a lot of red tape for literally no reason at all. It's just needlessly hard. I feel like they make it way harder than it needs to be. The amount of mental anguish that we all went through for literally no reason was absolutely insane. And the fact that I was able to graduate with honors is just, there were only 2 people in my graduating, like my nursing school's graduating class that did that, me and one other girl. And I just find that to be incredible. How did I do that? I have no idea. That was a pretty cool thing to pull off, I feel like. One thing that people don't typically know about me. Well, definitely out here, my age. A lot of people think that I'm older than I really am because I do have a son and a partner that I live with. When I started my new job, everyone thought I was like mid-30s. I think that's because in California, people tend to go to college later, and nurses like become nurses later. People get married later and they have kids way later. Whereas in the Midwest, people tend to have kids pretty young. So for me, having a kid at 22 was nothing in the Midwest, but here you're practically a teen mom. Very different. I feel like whenever I tell people I'm 24, I'm always shocked at how shocked they are. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? For most of my childhood, I really wanted to be a singer, which is just ridiculous because I have a very like deep monotone voice. I don't sing well because I can't hit high notes or go to a high range. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not going to be a singer, but that was something I was obsessed with when I was a kid. Anytime I would go to country concerts or festivals with my grandma and they had a karaoke tent, I would be butchering every country song that I knew in that karaoke tent for the entire festival, pretending that I was Taylor Swift. Am I religious? No, I was not raised religious. That was never a part of my life. And as an adult, I have chose to continue that. I've had some really negative interactions with religion, and it's kind of solidified my choice in that as an adult. I wouldn't say that I'm completely not spiritual. I don't mean this to come off in any way negative towards religion. Religion is a very personal choice. It's just not something that is a part of my life. Have you ever changed changed your mind about something you were once sure about? Labor and delivery nursing was a big one for me because I was so sure that that's what I wanted to do until I realized it was affecting me in a negative way. I didn't realize how much lying to yourself can affect your mental health. I refused to believe that the job was causing so much anxiety and just negativity in my life. People think that labor and delivery is this happy, fun, like exciting part of nursing, and it can be. When it's good, it is great. You're bringing life into the world. I cannot tell you how many times I've cried with joy with these new parents and hugged them, and it was so beautiful. With labor and delivery is a lot of death and a lot of horrible, just horrible things that never leave your mind. You know, when it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's horrible and traumatizing. Yes, I have seen some things that I will never even describe to people because it was so traumatizing. Nurses who do that for their life are so strong, and they are so much more mentally strong than I am. I respect them more than I really respect anybody. I found myself getting sick to my stomach driving to work, just anxious because I was so scared something bad was going to happen. When I worked in the emergency department, I didn't really feel that way because it was easier to rationalize that emergencies happen all the time, accidents happen, car accidents happen, we're just there to help. But when it comes to labor and delivery, babies should never die, and like moms should never die. You're held to this 100% success rate that's just not attainable. That's not realistic in life. Stillbirths are going to happen. Emergencies are going to happen after birth where the mom passes away. I couldn't lose a mom and then go back to work the next day. I couldn't stop thinking about the negative and focusing on it. You know, maybe I'll do a video about that someday, about some of the negative sides of labor and delivery that people don't talk about. Probably not today. Do I have a dream that I am pursuing? Well, a pretty obvious one is I'd like to be a really well-known nurse injector. Right now, nobody knows who I am. I hope that a year from now, I can look back on this video and say, yeah, people know who I am now. That'd be pretty cool. I want to be a really good injector. Like, I want to be well known for good reasons. I want to have people come to me. I'd love to someday maybe have a practice of my own. We'll see. I really enjoy thinking about all of that. I'm very business minded. I love marketing, but I also do love taking care of people, and I love making people feel confident because there have been some things I've done to myself, even at work, little things like Botox, that have made me feel so much more confident. And it's a day and night difference with how I feel. And I want to provide that for people because if you can make someone feel confident, you can change the trajectory of their life. How you act when you are confident is so different than how you act when you feel insecure. And you might get that job offer. You might get that date to go really well that maybe wouldn't have if you weren't feeling so confident. And I want to provide that for people. Is there an activity that calms me? I really sometimes just need to be alone. That really helps calm me down and helps me to think through some of the thoughts I have in my head. I overthink a lot. My head at all times is kind of like a bunch of people in a room all talking over each other. That's fine because I know how to live with it, and it's always been that way. What's really nice is when I am completely alone and I have the time to kind of sort through all of that without actual people talking over all of that. Like today, I've been here alone and I've been able to just work, get myself ready, prep for this video, think through all of the thoughts in my head about what I want to include in this video and not have any distractions. And I feel so calm and so rejuvenated right now. I only get to do this once a week, so this is like a huge thing for me to be able to just have time for myself alone. I don't like to be alone all the time. I definitely prefer to be with other people most of the time, but if I don't have any alone time, I have trouble just keeping my mind clear. I need a day to clear like all my thoughts out. It's kind of like having an inbox. I just need to like go through them all. Do I like to read reviews or do I just go with my gut? I'm a huge review reader. Yelp reviews make or break my experience. I will not go somewhere if it does not have good Yelp reviews. That being said, I know that Yelp reviews can be skewed, but I definitely, if I'm between two restaurants and one has like 4.5 stars on Yelp and one has 2.5 stars, I'm definitely not gonna go to the 2.5 star one. That being said, I understand the importance of Yelp reviews. So if you ever go somewhere that you love your experience, leave a positive Yelp review. I try to really only leave positive reviews places. I leave Yelp reviews all the time with like pictures if I can, because it can really help that business be seen seen and get on lists and just be, you know, more popular. I don't know if I've ever left a negative Yelp review. Maybe I have, but it would have to be pretty egregious for me to leave a public negative review about something, because everyone has bad days and bad experiences, and I never would want to make someone shy away from a place just because I had like one bad experience. That being said, I think I'm done answering questions. I'm gonna do just like a quick run through of my life. So I told you I was born in Munster, Indiana. I lived in Lansing, Illinois, but then moved to Lowell, Indiana when I was 6. When I was in high school, I worked at a tiny pizza place in Lowell, Indiana called Faustino's. It is the best pizza in town. I actually got a job because I would go in there all the time picking up pizza because it was my favorite thing ever. And they finally were like, do you want a job, when I was 15. So that was really cool. I worked there all through high school. I made some really great friends and some really good experiences there. So I went to nursing school in Indianapolis at Indiana University. I liked my experience in terms of it being a good nursing school because we had a lot of clinicals. I met Micah 2 weeks after I graduated high school. We were friends throughout the summer, and then in late 2016 we started dating. We dated through college, and then we got engaged November of 2019 when I was about 6 months pregnant with Brogan. We had Brogan February 2020, and then I graduated nursing school December 2020. I started working as a labor and delivery nurse right around then. Worked as a labor and delivery nurse for almost a full year, and then moved to California. Had a bad experience at a hospital here, so I started working as an aesthetic nurse in January of 2022. So much has changed since I started this channel in June of 2020. I was not even a nurse at that time. I did not become a nurse until February of 2021. I feel like that's a pretty good introduction to my life. Thank you guys for listening. It was so great. Let me know in the comments below if I said anything that like resonated with you, or you have anything that you relate to from what I've said. I love meeting new people. Please message me on Instagram if you have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts. I get like 50 questions a day, and I actually really enjoy answering those. I can't always answer every single one, and sometimes I don't have an answer, but when I can, I love talking with you guys. It just makes me so happy. Or when you come and tell me that one of my videos helped you pass the NCLEX or something, that just, you know, lights my soul on fire. So please keep commenting, keep messaging me. It really means the world to me. All right, I've taken enough of your time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.